Hi friends, Mindy here. I have a little flip through for you of a completed journal that I have created. This is kind of actually in follow-up to another video that I did a while back. First of all, let me say though, if you do follow me on Instagram, I have posted a reel of this and just a real quick flip through. I decided though that I wanted to do a more in-depth kind of explanation of this journal and the things that are inside it. So if you've seen that and you're going to see everything that's in this video, but I did want to just explain a few things and then also get some feedback. So that's why I wanted to create this longer video. And also a while back, I had created a video where I was creating some ephemera from some leftover pieces that were in my By the Will for God devotional after I was completed with that study for the month. I had extra pieces I had purchased and just I had a lot left over, and so I made a video where I was just making ephemera, and that ephemera is what is in this journal mostly. So there are also some vintage finds from my House of Books subscription. There's also some Tim Holtz stuff. So there's just kind of a smattering of things, but I did want to just say that. So on the outside, I just have this piece of cloth, just kind of holding it closed. I did not adhere this to the spine in case you don't want to have that on there permanently. And then of course you can always just disregard it, and it will, as the journal grows itself, you can adjust it that way. So this is a fabric covered journal. It's not like chipboard like from a cereal box. It's heavier than that. But it's not bookboard either. So it's, a little bit flexible, but it's fabric covered. This is some vintage fabric from a House of Books. I have some lace here on the end. I have some Tim Holtz corners. And then when you open it up, I have some By the Will for God paper here, and it's just a single signature journal. I will say it measures about 4 3/4 maybe in width, and it is 6 inches tall, and I did create it so that it had about a 1/2 inch spine, just so that as the book grows it doesn't alligator kind of too much as you're inserting things and everything. So it will do that naturally, but just to prevent that from happening just a little bit. So it is covered in this fabric. I have a little paper doily here at the beginning. This is one of the ephemera pieces that I created in that video. And then behind here, I just have tucked a little Tim Holtz. This is one of his journaling cards. I added a sticker on the back, and then I backed that with some dot grid paper so that you can write anything you want to. I did keep this journal fairly small. There are essentially like 32 writable surfaces on here if you consider like the front and back of each page. I did that for a couple of reasons. I will say, sometimes having a journal that's super thick can be really intimidating, or you just don't want to stay in it very long. Like sometimes I just want to move on to the next pretty thing. It's also a really good way if you're doing a particular Bible study and you want to just take notes in there, or if your church maybe does like a sermon series and you just have notes that you want to kind of keep all together, or if you want to even do like scripture writing for a month, this would be a good journal to be able to do that in. It does have enough that you could do that for the entire month. There's a lot of different ways that you could use it. You could art journal in it. You could really do anything that you want to in it. But those are just a few of the ideas. This page is some coffee dyed paper that I got from a shop on Etsy. Here's some more of the By the Will for God stickers. This is just from a vintage time clock notebook. This was something I found in my dad's stuff from way back when he used to work for the railroad. So this was like a timekeeping thing. I just thought that was kind of fun. And then this was another piece that I created in that video, I believe. And I was planning to do that just as a journaling card, but instead I decided to just make a pocket out of it. So I have this tag tucked in here with just a little bit of book paper and a sticker on here. So plenty of writing area there. I did try to leave quite a bit of open space that you could decorate yourself or add, writing. There's a lot of room in here, like this entire page that you can, write on. This is a Project Life card, and then again on the back, because the back didn't really match, I just added some dot grid craft paper. I like having that on there because if you've watched my videos before, I've always joked that I have a hard time writing in a straight line. So anytime I have like dot grid or lines, it helps me. So I just included those. And then I used an ephemera piece here. This has a Tim Holtz journaling card tucked in it. And this has its own little grid on the back. And then this is just that coffee dyed paper as well. And then I have a little sticker here. I have a piece of hymnal page there. This is a library pocket, and I have a card in here that I decorated just a little bit, stenciled on the front. And then this is just a piece from Tim Holtz. I just liked this. It says loved on one side and bright on the other. And then in the center here, I have a little mini file folder. And so there's a lot of writing surfaces. You could even, if you wanted to, I left the string long. You can obviously trim that down if you wanted to. You could also turn this into a pocket if you just glue, you know, either the top and bottom or the side and the bottom. But I just wanted to leave that open in case you just wanted to use all of those surfaces as well. I have a piece of lace over here. This is just some Hobby Lobby lace. And then I have a journaling card from Tim Holtz, again, just tucked inside that lace. Again, with another ephemera piece here. This is another Tim Holtz piece that just has some backing, some of that craft paper, that's dot grid craft paper. And then this is on that hymnal page, just another little sticker here. This is a little notebook that I created, and I created a little vellum pocket here to just kind of tuck it in. So you could write on every page. You could tear them out if you wanted to. There's just a variety of paper. So I have some coffee dyed paper, some of that dot grid paper, different coffee dyed, more coffee dyed, some lines, just a bunch of different little pages. And then it just tucks right down inside on that paper. This paper is just a leftover piece of the coordinating paper from By the Well for God. This one, again, I just have a little piece of lace here on the side. This is that same timekeeping paper with a little piece of ephemera. This is this was like a long business envelope, and I had intended for it to kind of wrap around a page, but it was just too big for this particular journal. So I just cut it in half and ended up with 2 pockets, and that other pocket's going into another journal. So it does have a pocket here where I have a little journaling card that I created, and then it also has the pocket from the actual envelope. And so in there I have tucked this journaling card from Tim Holtz. So it's just kind of you could do a little hidden area in there. And then, of course, just plain coffee dyed paper. And then this is the backside of that doily. So as you can see, there's a lot of writing space. But I feel like especially if you're just getting if you're new to journaling, or if you're new to Bible journaling or devotional journaling, and you maybe don't want to work in your Bible, something like this is a good place to take notes. And just having it be a little smaller scale, at least I feel like, is a little bit less intimidating. Personally, I like things kind of smaller and like this size. So I did that. And also, like I said, so you don't feel so overwhelmed with how am I ever going to fill up that entire journal or whatever. It will fill up faster than you think. But I will say it is a single signature. I used a 3-hole pamphlet stitch and just covered it up with this lace on the outside of the cover. Usually I leave that exposed, but I just wanted to add this lace over the top. So, but one of the things is I have decided to step out of my comfort zone just a little bit and put this journal up for sale. It's up for sale on my Instagram, but I know that not everybody that follows me here follows me over there. So I am gonna go ahead and say that it is for sale. I have sold privately some journals that I've created before. Never really kind of mentioned it too much, but this is kind of the first time I'm trying to step outside of my comfort zone. This is something I really enjoy doing. And so I'm just putting that out there. There's no pressure, but I am doing that. I think I have it right now for sale for $25 plus $5 for shipping. If you're interested in that, leave me a comment down below if it hasn't already sold on Instagram. But also the feedback that I was wanting is some information about, for those of you, I know I have some followers who have Etsy shops, and I have looked into Etsy, but It was a little bit overwhelming with some of like the fees, and I know there's kind of mixed feelings around that particular platform. But also, you know, what are your thoughts on journals and journal sizes? Do you prefer more space? Do you prefer them to be more decorated? The idea even of a more customized journal. Just, you know, throw some thoughts down there in the comments if you have time, if you have thoughts on the subject, that is. And if you liked this video, I would appreciate it if you gave it a thumbs up. Subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. If you don't follow me on Instagram, my handle over there is Minders78. You can find me there. If you have any questions, again, leave those down below. Subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. And until next time, bye.